Hello guys and welcome to We Never Left.
On this podcast, we'll be reliving the moments that we never left.
So, this year has been a really eventful year.
It has been. We've been
basically everywhere. Experiencing new things with each other. And we're just going to be talking about all of our shared experiences throughout the year.
Including concerts and festivals.
Concerts and festivals, more specifically. I mean, to start off the year...
Almost a year ago. To the day.
A year ago to the day?
Well, almost. It was in February. So the
Was
first show that we went to together was the Brit Awards.
That was great. That was the first ever live performance I'd ever seen, to be honest. I'd never ever been to a concert. I'd never seen anyone perform live. It was a great experience.
Yeah, I went to the Brit Awards in 2020, before COVID, and I wanted to go in next year, but there was no live audience. Only NHS people were allowed to go.
Where?
To the Brit Awards.
Well, this year?
2021.
Oh.
So you couldn't buy tickets. You have to get invited to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was really cheap, the ticket to Brit. How much did we pay? 60?
Yeah, maybe.
We paid £60. I mean, anything to see Adele in the flesh.
Honestly. Who else was there?
That was great.
Who opened the show? Ed Sheeran opened the show.
Did he? Oh, yeah, we did. And he brought out somebody, didn't he?
He brought out... What's his name? The lead singer from Bring Me the Horizon.
Oh, my God.
And we were it's Maneskin.
we thought that he was Maneskin and we freaked out a little bit.
We were screaming and we thought it was Maneskin.
Yeah,
Maneskin was there. They won an award. But he just wasn't on the stage.
Yeah, that's why we were screaming, going, "Oh my God, it's Maneskin," and it really wasn't.
Because we couldn't see. Listen, we were up high in the nosebleeds.
Yeah,
we could see what's going on. I bet people around us were like, "Oh, these kids, can they leave?"
And we were literally crying. It was literally next to old mums.
They all
and we
had
were just crying.
Dresses on, and we were just in our college outfits.
Literally,
we had a tracksuit on or something.
We left.
Everyone's dressed up. Okay, but before we even went into the venue. Listen, I wanted to buy a drink because I was really thirsty. Long journey to get to O2. Prices in venues are so expensive. I didn't think about it.
Stop, I can't
All I wanted was a Pepsi Max. So I went to the bar and I was like, "Hi, can I get a Pepsi Max?" They did it, put it there. £8, please. I was like,
And then Lucy was looking at me going, "Oh my God, it's £8." And I was like, "Do not pay it." I was like, literally, let's run away. You're paying £8 for a fountain Pepsi Max. What, so literally just run away,
When the server, whatever, they,
Well, can I just clarify, we didn't steal the drink.
No, I didn't
take the drink. We didn't steal the drink.
I left the drink there, didn't pay for it, I just walked off.
Yeah, so she was probably really confused. She turned around.
Didn't
you ask for chocolate as well? You asked for but then when she turned around, you was just
like a whole mortgage. I was like, yeah sorry. No, honestly. Thank you. Just ordering drinks, Lucy running away.
That was probably one of the highlights.
It was so funny.
We're laughing.
It doesn't sound as funny as it was, but it just was.
We was literally laughing.
We didn't say what we were going to do. I just walked away. I was like, bye.
But the fact is, we didn't even walk. We over dramatically ran away.
I wish I knew what the server's face was after. Oh, they're gone.
She probably was. She wasn't surprised. She probably wouldn't pay £8 for a Pepsi Max herself.
I hope she drank that drink.
And it was. I swear it's a regular. Wasn't that a regular drink?
It was a regular.
Please.
Okay.
Wouldn't have even touched. Wouldn't even quenched you at all. Would not have
quenched me.
Would not have touched your.
Would not
touched your cords. Wouldn't have even tickled your throat.
Would have needed a wee anyway. After left halfway through. Maneskin set. It wasn't even Maneskin. Okay.
Who else was there?
Anne-Marie.
Rolled her ankle,
KSI.
fell over in front of everyone.
Listen, Anne-Marie is my bestie. Love you, Anne-Marie.
But that fall was just... She recovered really well, though, actually.
She did.
A lot of people didn't even realise.
And she proved that she was singing live because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when she brought out KSI, tears were streaming down both our faces.
Don't know why.
Let's put it that way.
Wish I knew why.
Yeah, no, we don't even...
I just think I was so proud of KSI.
I'm so proud of him.
He's performing at the Brit Awards. It's crazy.
I mean, it is, because he literally just came out of nowhere with the music. Was it Holiday?
Yeah, I think
that was his first ever.
Because he was stood at the top.
Because he used to make music back in the day, but that was just aimed at 13-year-old YouTube boys.
And now he's playing on Miskin Radio. And Capital Radio.
True. He's doing well for himself.
He is.
Who else was there?
Adele
was
so
great.
I was so excited to see Adele because her new album had just come out, and I thought she was going to sing Easy on Me because that's like the single she had. And my favourite song from the album was I Drink Wine before it was a single, before anyone like was like, oh my god, I drink wine. That was my favourite. And she sang I Drink Wine. She only went and sang it. She only went and sung it.
And it was so surreal to be in the same room as her.
Oh, this is my favourite song.
Like, she literally echoed the entire room. It was just such a great...
Her dress, her outfit, sitting on the piano, just singing, like...
How could she just sit there and just
I
belt these songs out as if it's nothing?
I know.
She just sat there and was just like...
Honestly.
Like,
I wish have you seen the videos?
I think she's one of the only artists that don't have to have the stage presence. She can literally just sit there and she's great. Like...
With your eyes closed, it was great. Didn't even have to look.
Honestly.
could have been asleep, would have had a great time.
It was great. And the disco ball going around the room just made it.
It
felt really emotional in the room.
Everyone was like, oh my god, it's Adele.
Yeah.
Adele is a celebrity to celebrities, isn't it? Have you seen the videos of her Vegas residencies shows?
Oh, I saw some where she was in like the biggest, I feel like the smallest. She was in the smallest venue she's ever done or something in a while.
The smallest?
I don't know what she was saying, but she was saying like, this is one of the most intimate shows I've done, and how she really loves it.
Yeah, it weren't that big of a venue, but she's done like, I think it's like 7 weeks.
Yeah, because she was like calling people out and upgrading them seats when she was just bringing them down to the front because they couldn't see.
Have you not seen the videos of her exit, how she leaves the stage? Like confetti drops on her.
I was so confused
down.
when I saw that. I was like, oh my god, how...
Oh no.
She just disappeared. She's just vanished.
Gone. See you later.
But like the TikTok videos were took from different angles, and I was just seeing it from front on. Then you could see from the side where she literally just gets elevated down. Yeah. She's just great.
She's great. Would love to see her. Oh, Hyde Park wasn't there. Wish I was there.
Same. But the tickets were so expensive.
Oh my god. Worse than the drink at the Brit Awards.
Literally half a mortgage. Can't afford a drink at the Brit Awards, let alone tickets to Adele.
Honestly,
God.
just watch it from my phone. Don't really mind. Okay, so before the Brit Awards, our friend group at the time did Secret Santa, like between us.
Oh my god, yeah. So we all did a Secret Santa because
Alfie and I are not good at keeping secrets.
No, we're really
may or may not have
awful at
revealed
keeping
who my
secrets.
Secret Santa was to him before.
But I didn't know what it was.
Didn't know what the present was.
No.
Do you want to say what the present was?
So we went to go and see Bastille in concert. When was it?
At the O2, April 7th.
At the O2, April 7th.
I know the dates.
Probably one of the best Secret Santa presents I've ever got. And I'd never been to a concert.
How many Secret Santa presents have you got?
Well, only one. So,
Yeah.
But nothing will top that. Like, that'd be great.
Yeah. So standing high.
Yeah. So yeah, we went to go see Bastille, which was my first ever concert.
Standing.
I'd never ever seen
Except for the Brits.
a concert. Well, no, Brits doesn't really count. Like artist.
It was
concert.
a show. Yeah. Your first
Brits is like a TV show.
Yeah.
But I've never seen an artist perform live like
their album,
like that.
Their album tour.
And it was we was really close to the stage, and it was just such. I wish I could go back and do it all again. I would so do it all again
That's me with every single
without certain people. I would do it all again.
Okay.
It was great.
So for context, the day before I had my driving test and I passed my driving test. Then the day after, which was Bastille, I bought my car that day. Well, I didn't buy the car, but we went to pick the car up. So it was a really busy day for me, but it was one of probably the best days of my life. Because like, imagine getting your car and then like going home, getting ready, going to see Bastille in concert.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I can't relate because I'm still waiting to pass my driving test. I'm on a third attempt now. And
the whole crowd was just like, I thought it'd be like random people who don't really care.
No,
but they were Bastille stands.
They were.
They understood.
And I'd never really, like, I'd heard some of their most popular songs, but I'd never ever taken interest in them before. But what was the album called? I don't know, the one we was listening to.
Give Me the Future, is it? I don't know.
Something about Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. So great.
If we're
seeing
wrong,
it live
it's
as
really
well.
But
Should we just check?
Have a look.
Have a look.
Something about Future, I know that. Yeah, but I love it when you go to like an artist show and you know most of the songs, but then there's certain songs that you don't know and you just sit there and you just like take it all in. Because I know people...
Yeah, no, because I knew most of them, but some of them I was just like sitting there and I was like, they're still so great.
Because I know people who would rather do anything than go to a show that they don't know any songs of. And I'm like, I'd go to any show and just sit there and admire like what they're doing. Like some people just can't go and just sit there and do nothing.
I mean...
You're right.
If I wasn't interested in the person, I didn't know any of their songs, then probably not. Just because my attention span is literally zero. It has to be something that I like to sit there and enjoy it. Otherwise I'll get bored and I'll just be like...
But like if I got tickets, I would get to know.
I mean, with Bastille, I didn't really know any songs from them before.
Yes, you did.
Well, I did, but like not the songs they would be playing there. Obviously, they played their most popular songs like Pompeii. But...
Pompeii.
Like the new ones, I didn't know any of them until
you listened to it.
Yeah. Is it?
Well, funny story.
Oh, it is.
We almost forgot about it. So to give the present to Alfie.
Do you know what? This is really quite great. The Bastille album is called. Give Me the Future and Dreams of the Past. It's literally like this podcast right now. So we're talking about the future and the past. We are proper Bastille stands. That was on purpose.
Bastille Dan, come on.
We love you, Bastille. Oh my god, and he walked through the crowd.
He walked through the crowd. We weren't at that point, but like we could see him in the crowd.
We could see him, and he was very close to us.
He was.
But
he was close to us at all points. Honestly. My pictures I got were great.
But I loved all like the visual stuff that was going on the screen. Like they made it such an immersive experience.
It was great. Like the ceilings of like was it crosses on the ceiling?
And they all had like stairs. What was that about?
Yeah.
It's really great.
When I gave the tickets to Alfie as a present, I wrapped up a box, like a shoebox, and I put...
I still have the box.
I put this...
Do you know what? We should put a picture. I'll put a picture into the video of the box that you should give to me.
I put a Spotify code on the side of the box for him to scan it and it goes to the album, or just Bastille in general, which was a really great idea of mine. And then he opened the box, and it was like the ticket screenshot, and he was like, "What's the Bastille?" I was like, right. I'll just go by myself.
It came out the wrong way.
And I have a video of it as well. So insert the video if I find it.
That bit, right? What is it?
You can't read it?
What's Bastille?
To expose you.
I didn't actually clock on what she'd given me. I had no clue because I'd never seen like a concert booking confirmation before, so I was really confused as to what it was, and it said Bastille on it, and I didn't make the connection.
It did say Bastille on it. Are you silly?
Huh?
Of course it said Bastille.
That's what I said. I said it said Bastille on it, but I didn't make the connection.
What's the Bastille?
So I just said, "What's the Bastille?" I literally thought to myself, "I'm such an idiot," because I knew who they were.
Did you feel really bad?
Yeah, because I was like, "You've just given me," and the first thing I said was, "What's a Bastille?"
I was so excited to give her that present. Do you remember when we were on FaceTime?
It was great though. I was really looking forward to it.
We were on FaceTime. We were like, "Should we just say who we have?" And we were going through process of elimination. Anyway, swiftly moving on.
Yeah.
People were smoking in the crowd, actual cigarettes.
Oh,
not even
my
vaping.
God.
Like you're not even allowed to vape in the O2.
Didn't someone faint as well? They had to bring everyone was calling someone over.
Everyone always faints at a show, any show. Yeah, they were feral.
That was scary to me because obviously I didn't know that happens. And I was just this person fainting and everyone's like, "Oh, over here," and I was just like, "I'm literally witnessing death right now."
Oh.
And Lucy's brought me here. What is this?
Please.
Like hospital vibes.
Hospital vibes at Bastille. Bastille Dan is a surgeon. Okay, so that was Bastille. I would see them again if they've been on tour.
I would 100%.
Need floor standing. Wouldn't know what I'd do if I had seats. Can't really be feral on the seats.
I feel like with their songs you need to be up.
Yeah.
Jump in.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you have seats at the O2 or in any venue, you don't know if people around you are going to get the vibe and stand up, or if they just want to sit down. Like when I saw Liz Capaldi, there was 2 people in my section standing up, and I didn't want to stand up because I'm a really tall person and I didn't want to block the view, so I just sat there the whole time. I was like, I want to get up, but standing you don't have the choice, so you just got to stand there.
But then you get really feral people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what you get.
I don't know what people thought it was.
People thought it was a festival.
Honestly.
People thought it was Reading. Bastille's great at Reading.
You're literally seeing Bastille at the O2. What are you doing?
And you know when the crowd, the the artist is like, okay, at this point you're going to bend down, and he got to bend down. And we were like, oh my God. That was the first time I actually done that.
Really?
Yeah. Because I always see
really
videos because Billie Eilish always does it. But that Bastille was before I saw her. So I was like, oh my God. And you jump, and it's just a great feeling. So that was
That's
Bastille.
really great.
Was our next show together Finsbury Park after Bastille?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the next day you saw Sam Tompkins, but I didn't go to that.
Oh, God, Sam Tompkins was great.
I didn't go to Sam Tompkins.
I was introduced to him by someone, and I backtracked to what I say, because I actually didn't know any songs by him, really.
Do you not?
Not really, when I was going to see him. But it was great. I'm not sure, where was it? I'm not sure where the venue was.
I don't know.
I think it might be in Kentish Town.
Really? I'm going there
It was in
tonight.
Camden. Is that where it is?
Yeah, it's in Camden.
Yeah, so it was that, and it was a really small one.
Really?
There was like there was a balcony bit,
Yeah.
and then just like a really like had steps, and it was like a
Yeah.
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 So it was there. Yeah, it was really
Oh.
great.
Well, I'll be there tonight.
He's a great singer. I love him. He's great.
Yeah, I was going to
Why
come.
didn't you come?
Because I had work.
Oh,
And
I think the tickets were really cheap as well. There was something.
the
what?
cheap gigs were really cheap.
The tickets weren't really cheap, actually. There was like £20.
I was going to buy them, but I thought I don't want to have 2 nights off work in a row.
Well, YOLO, you should have all the time off in the world.
Yeah, but
If it's for a concert, you take the time off.
I do. But
She
I've got my
does.
limits. And they're so lenient on me. Like, he knows what I'm like. But I wasn't too bothered about Sam Tompkins. I could watch the videos and I'll be fine. Didn't need to be there. How long was
really
his
great
set?
to me. It was a good like hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But he played some
But time goes
like,
so fast.
because
when you're
he
at a
had.
concert.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if he released the album just before.
Maybe.
Can't remember, but he played a lot of old songs that he'd done
Yeah.
years ago. But he's growing a lot since then, actually. I think he's releasing a new single called "Die for Someone."
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
See, I follow him, but I don't see anything. So like,
You know, not
So
really.
the
I've
algorithm
seen
out.
quite a few things about his new single, but like I don't really follow him that much.
Yeah, so that was great.
Yeah, that was great.
Next story.
Finsbury Park.
Finsbury Park.
George Ezra.
Yeah.
It was actually on my brother's birthday,
Yeah.
July 17th.
Yeah. The day before that was my 18th birthday party.
Was it?
Yeah. July 16th was my birthday party, Saturday, and we went to see him on Sunday. He was great. Not that I could see.
Hey, oh my God, Lucy! Literally, it was.
So
we was in the
listen,
baking sun.
July 17th, midsummer,
It was awful.
sweating,
It was like
heat
30,
wave.
32 degrees or something
heat
like
wave.
that. It was awful.
I decided
and,
to put makeup on for what reason I don't know.
and sunscreen. She had sunscreen on top of her makeup. So
No,
they'd already-
underneath my makeup.
You had it on top.
No, I did not.
you did.
You don't put sun cream over your makeup.
Okay. But
Please.
yeah, so Lucy was getting really hot, and her makeup
Was dripping,
sweating
melting
off of her. So she then decided.
I had tissues in my bag.
What did you use? Water, right?
Yeah.
So had a bottle of water. Put it onto a. What did you use? A
Tissue.
Tissue. A disgusting old tissue. To wipe her face off to wipe the makeup off of her face.
Yeah.
And then for the next 3 hours, could not see a thing.
3 hours. That was the rest of the day.
Rest of the day.
Like 7 hours. 8 hours.
She had to go to the first aid.
I got mascara, sun cream, every single makeup product into my eyes. Was stinging. Couldn't see a thing.
She looked
Oh,
like
don't
she'd been
even.
stung by a bee.
Yeah.
Really.
I did.
Did not look in a good way.
No. I wasn't in a good way. So
It really wasn't in
I
a good
wasn't
way.
in a good
No.
way.
We was trying to guide her to the car, and she was just like walking around like this.
Yeah, I had to go to the first aid, got saline solution, didn't even do anything, so what a waste of that.
I mean, it did work.
It didn't work.
It did.
It didn't. It worked, so like I put it in, it worked for like 2 seconds after, and then it just continued to sting. So, Jordan was great, of what I could see of him.
Well, I mean, from my point of view, he was great. So
Yeah, he was.
I'm on your
Sounded
behalf.
great.
He was
Thank you.
great. Really
Yeah.
was really good.
My videos are great. So I was filming and couldn't even
Double
see.
denim man.
I had to go back the next day and look at the videos.
How was that man wearing double denim
Oh.
in 30
I know.
odd degrees weather?
I
How was
know.
he not sweating?
For real.
Who else was there?
Holly
What was-
Humberstone.
Yeah, Holly Humberstone.
She was great.
Period slate grub.
Sick.
sack. Periods
But I
stay
felt
sack.
quite bad because she was like during the day and no one actually cared. Like in my videos, people just like having a picnic and not even listening.
Yeah, and what was it? There was a group of girls as well. I'm not
don't
sure
know
what they
their
were called.
name. That was when we first got there.
They're at Latitude this year.
Are they?
Don't know their names, so.
Yeah, it was them, and then it was Holly Humberstone. Enjoyed her set. Knew a couple songs.
I literally did not have a clue who she was until
You
then.
not?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I like her. We saw her at the Brits. Did we not? Was that Holly Humberstone? Yeah, it was Holly
Yeah.
Humberstone.
Did you sing London is Lonely? Did she sing that?
Who?
I think she sang that.
Saying what?
London is Lonely.
No, I had no clue. So at the Brits, I didn't have a clue who she was. I literally forgot that she was at the Brits until you said that.
Oh.
But I had no clue who she was, and I still have no clue who she is. I don't know any of her songs.
You should get to know.
I mean, she sounded okay.
She's got a new album.
I just...
Listened to the album on the way to New York on the plane.
Who?
I listened to the album on the plane to New York.
Yeah.
And then George Ezra finished, and the person we were with, another person we were with, their dads came to pick us up as he
Oh my god.
owned a taxi. So, like, you know, you leave a concert, go where you need to go. But there was barriers on the pavement. No one could move. It was like Wembley, honestly.
And they weren't even letting you cross the road to get to the other side. We was standing on one side of the pavement. We needed to get to the other side, but because the road was closed, we literally couldn't get over. They wouldn't let us through because there was so many people.
I think I
coming
had
out of the park.
sunstroke. I had something was going on because I was not happy.
No.
I
Well, I mean,
see.
you literally couldn't see what we was
I
going. We
was
had to
just
guide
closing
you.
my eyes. Yeah, it was so busy. It was really stressful. Couldn't find the car.
And we had to walk half a mile down the road just to get to the other side, to get past all of the crowds, to then cross over.
It was a mess.
And then we literally couldn't find where said person's dad was, and it was a nightmare because Lucy was really not happy. I mean, I was having a great time. I was laughing and joking and singing down the road.
I usually would be.
Lucy was wanting to go home.
I'm not good in the sun in any way.
I mean, she's literally ginger.
Ginger.
Gingers don't do well in the sun.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. So, that's that. As well as having non-working eyeballs. So,
yeah.
Put yourself in that situation. Tell me how you feel. We got a bit ahead of ourselves because Finsbury Park was in fact in July. Summertime Ball we had went to in June.
I think I enjoyed Finsbury Park a lot more than I enjoyed Summertime Ball.
Me too. It was a bit of a Debbie Downer, really.
Yeah, so we
kind of ashamed. Not ashamed. What's the word?
The group that we had agreed to go with.
Well, we didn't really agree to go with.
But we all booked it together.
We bought the tickets, and then said person decided to bring their friend along, which ruined the whole thing.
Yeah, so the whole friendship dynamic was not the best that day, which kind of just brought the vibe down, which I really wish it didn't, because I feel like we would have had such a better time.
Yeah.
If we was with different. Well, I mean, I tried to just enjoy the day.
Too.
Without just ignoring everyone else and just focusing on the people that were on stage, because that's what we was there for. That's what we paid to go and see.
It was a long day.
Yeah.
Get there at 12.
I didn't pay to go and stand with the people I was with. I went to go and pay to go and watch these people. So I tried to make the most of it. But obviously, just put a whole negative
vibe
block onto that day.
Yeah.
And whenever I talk about it, I wish I could talk about it like, oh my God, I went here. But then it's like, it just ruined it. I don't want to bring back their memories.
It was a really good show.
It was. Like,
we
saw George Ezra again.
He was great. I think he was my favourite one, honestly.
No.
Yeah. I was so excited to see
remember.
Harry, but he did like 3 songs and they're all like the boring ones.
Yeah, no, he should have done a lot more.
I mean, I know
when he was announced, everyone was like super excited, but then he played the most boring songs as well.
I remember he was
still
like
great, like still
he was
10
amazing,
out of 10,
always amazing.
Could have done better.
I remember he was like, I'm gonna play an old one, and I was like, oh my God, it's Sun and Times. He's gonna play HS1 song, and he played like Watermelon Sugar, and I was like,
no, it's.
I was like, are you alright?
That song
Harry?
is so overplayed. Like that's not.
But it's not even an old one. Like it's. I mean, it was 2 years ago, like back then, but still, old one means your first album. It really caught me off guard. I literally screamed, "Silence, Times!" Imagine how embarrassed I was. Everyone around me was like, "No, you were wrong." Jesus, strawberry. I'm like, oh, I'm embarrassed.
On a summer evening.
I was so ready to sing Silent Times in Wembley. I mean, I did
Silent Times.
Silent Times.
Oh, Sign of the Times.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been great.
I mean, I saw him like literally less than a week after.
I didn't because they were too expensive for me. Concert tickets are so expensive. Like, can we not just skip over that? Like, this cost us an arm and a leg this year. Like, it's not that easy. Like, we had to go to work and get dirty and get shouted at and do the nitty gritty just to afford to go to these places.
Mm-hmm.
But it was worth it. I put my blood, sweat and tears. It's lazy.
I mean, no one forced you to go, you know what I mean?
But I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I put the extra effort in. Because I wanted to go to these places and see my favourite people.
Anne-Marie was there. Again, love you, gal. She was great.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
2002.
She was great. Always great. And who was it? Was it Calvin? No, David Guetta.
Oh my god, David Guetta at the end. It was a bit like...
It wasn't really my vibe. But if the people we were with were actually speaking to me, included me, it would have been my vibe. But I also was like on my own, trying to vibe.
I mean, it's just me and you, really.
Yeah. It's always just me and you.
Throughout this whole year, it's just been me and Lucy.
Yeah.
The entire time. There has been other people involved. However, it is just always me and Lucy.
Yeah.
So that's why people don't like us. People don't like us very much because...
What do you mean?
I think they're jealous of me and our friendship. I think that's what it is. And it's really sad for these certain
As
people.
Graham says, we are the dynamic duo.
We are the dynamic duo. And it's really sad for all of these people throughout the year that have been jealous of us because they could have had a friendship like us, but they chose the different route. That's up to them. We get along like a house on fire.
Mimi Meb was there as well. She was.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Got Mimi
that was when we first got there. We stood like kind of towards the back, and then like halfway through.
Oh my god, yeah! But someone decided. So someone that we was with decided to get absolutely wasted before we got to on the train. There was already falling over the place, and before we even got in, I'm surprised they let her in because she got in there.
And she had to go to another entrance on her own.
I had to go to another entrance on her own, which she was already scared by letting her do by herself because she was literally gone. And then we got in there, and she said she wanted to lay on the floor. So she sat down, but then proceeded to lay down in front of everybody in the boiling hot sun. And was not listening to us and was not getting up. And then
everyone got involved.
By then, about 20 people were surrounding her.
There was like 30 mums be like, is she alright?
And...
Security guards came
and were just asking if she was all right. We obviously didn't want her to get kicked out, so we were just telling her that she was just tired and dehydrated and whatever. So we was giving her water. But then she decided to run off in the stadium. Like, that place is absolutely massive.
Yeah.
She didn't, and did she not? I suppose she didn't have her phone on, and she had her phone, but it was too loud to hear your phone.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how we're gonna find her again.
No, I didn't even try. Honestly,
how silly do you have to be to run off in the stadium?
I just stood there. I was just listening
with like 100,000 people. Why would you do that? It's just crazy to me. Oh, well, let's talk about the prices here as well. Were very expensive.
Oh yeah.
I think we got, was it a hot dog or burger?
I didn't, but yeah. Did I? Yeah, I did. Did I?
You got food?
I got a plain burger.
She got a plain burger, and it was like, what?
Like £11?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No, I think
yes.
Really?
Yeah. The drinks are alone are like £8.
Oh, you got a drink, that's why.
Yeah.
And I had a burger and chips, and also a drink, and I think it comes to like £15-16. That I would have rather gone to Mackey's.
Yeah, we should have.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
we should have.
I don't know why
there's a McDonald's right next to the stadium as well.
We should have literally gone there.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's so expensive. I don't understand. It's not even that good.
It's because they know you've got to buy it. You're going to buy it when you're there. If you drink more alcohol, you don't care about the prices. You don't think about it. That's why alcohol prices
I think
are
it's
so high.
maybe to try and deter people from drinking alcohol as well.
Do you think? It doesn't work, does it?
Because I mean, it doesn't. But no, but then she didn't buy a drink while she was there.
No, she had cans.
She got drunk before, which I think encourages that more. So maybe they shouldn't do that because... But then I think it's also good because if you have like loads and loads of drunk people in the stadium, it's just going to cause loads of problems.
Oh, yeah.
So putting the prices up, like the younger people, not going to drink as much because they can't afford it. It's really expensive.
It's like a family day out, isn't it?
It is, but it was so hot. Like, again, it was June, and we was in the middle of like
And
the hottest summer ever
Yeah.
we've ever had.
The day before, I'd seen Billie Eilish at the O2, which was the best day of my entire life. Which I could
The
go
day
back.
before Summertime Ball.
Yeah.
Busy
That's
girl.
why I was so like overwhelmed with everything. I was like, I
Mm.
just want to see Billie again. But I was seeing her again. I saw her on the Thursday, come in. Day before that, I saw Tate McRae. That was the best week of my life. I had like 5 concerts in 1 week. Saw Tate McRae at Kentish Town, which you went to see Sam Tompkins with. And then I saw Harry Styles at Wembley again on the Saturday.
Yeah, you've been everywhere this year. I've not been to that many, but
This is the year.
this must be the place.
I mean,
as Feet Garden City.
this year we've got shows. I've got shows that like.
I've got nothing booked this year.
You not? We've got Chris Brown next month.
Oh, I've got Chris Brown.
Like last year, just seeing like the lineup, it was just so exciting for me. This year, I've got things coming up which I'm excited for, but it just doesn't give me the same vibe. It's giving me
No, I
weird-
feel like this year
year's
you
weird
can't
vibes.
top last year. I don't think.
You can't. Nothing will.
I don't know what was so special about it. It just, I don't know.
I mean, like we all turned at like 18.
I think that's maybe why.
Like it was the first proper
was-
year concerts were back after COVID. The biggest artists were touring.
Yeah.
Literally everyone was touring. Music was being released.
And it was like the last year we were children.
Yeah.
We were still lit. We were still like just young children.
Mm.
But now, after that year, well, I think what made it more special is that we turned 18 and we could go out. We had more freedom to go out and do
Yeah.
these things. Like you pass your test.
Mm.
We could actually go out and drink.
Last year changed
Right.
my entire life.
Yeah.
Get emotional, guys. Like I saw
Cut the
every single
cameras.
one of my favourite artists except for Ariana that year.
Ariana's just not around
She's
anymore.
not like, come on, babe. I might see her today, hopefully. She lives in London. She just need to go to London every day.
Imagine.
She met a fan the other
Well, if
day.
Renee brings out Ariana Grande.
Oh.
See you later, Renee. I'll see you soon. It was a great year for live music and performances and artists.
When I was trying to do my like yearly dump on Instagram, I was like, got to choose 10 pictures from like how many thousands of stuff I've got done this year. And like just being me, I posted like 2 of the same pictures that I've already posted. I was like, oh, please. The biggest thing to happen this year was
Latitude Festival.
our first campaign festival. Was it your first actual festival?
Yeah, my first ever festival and campaign festival.
Well, was Finchley Park a festival? I don't know.
I mean, it said it was a festival, but it wasn't.
Not
It really
really.
wasn't. It wasn't like your typical
You
festival.
couldn't camp there, I don't think. There was no camp.
No.
No. So I've been to
I don't
Reading.
know though. Was there not a campaign?
I
No,
don't
there
think
wasn't.
so.
No, there wasn't.
I'd been to Reading in 2021, but just for one day. Traumatised. Going back this year just to see video though, so I'm not that traumatised clearly. Latitude Festival was our first festival. Honestly, it makes me emotional think about it because it was just so great. But also, like when I was there, I wish I had realised what I was doing and how good of a time it would have been.
Yeah,
in
I
my
wish
life.
we embraced it more.
I just like spent the time worrying about what was going on between everyone, and like I was like, oh, like this has really ruined it. But then I
Yeah.
got home and I was like, oh, it was just the best.
I wanted to go. I didn't want to come home. But I got to a point where maybe after the first 2 days, I was like, oh, I want to go home
Yeah.
because we was literally not showering. We were literally feral. We stunk. It was just not a good environment.
Listen.
I'm used to having a luxury lifestyle, not so much, but that is disgusting. I hated it.
We went to the
first
shower.
2 days. I felt so icky because I
Uh-huh.
literally had not washed whatsoever. I had dirt under my
Did you
fingernails.
not go to the shower once?
I did once,
I
but
went to
then
the shower once, but I was
there
traumatized.
was
so I
old
didn't go back.
people with the todgers out, and I did not want to step foot. I just don't. The public shower was not for me.
No,
Not for me at
I
all.
thought it'd be like cubicles, but you had to pay like £50.
We should have just paid it
We should have.
because I feel like that would have.
But then it would have made us be like,
Made it- But then thinking back, like when I was there, I wish we'd paid for it just to be clean. But then at the same time, I feel like being dirty made
it
the
weren't that
experience.
big of a problem.
In the pictures, it's so funny to look back on how filthy we were. We had dirt under our necks, in our ears, in our noses. It was just.
You blow your nose and dirt just streams out.
It's because it was in the middle of a forest. There was
Forest.
dust. It
Forest.
was. What did I say?
Is it a forest? It's not
Yes,
a
it was.
forest.
It was. There was trees everywhere.
It's not a
Do you remember when we
forest.
was driving through into the festival and it was just lines and lines and lines of trees? It was on a field.
Yeah.
A field with a
Yeah,
forest. Yes,
yeah.
it was. Because we was walking to the main tents.
Yeah. Okay.
And there was literally trees all around. It was a forest. We
It
was in a
wasn't a
forest.
forest.
We was in a forest.
Oh,
And
there was a forest,
Exactly. We was in a forest.
but it was a field, multiple fields.
in a forest. We was on the field camping, walking into the forest.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat. This was my first time driving for like 2.5 hours because it was like a couple.
It was a
of
great
I'll go
drive.
past my test. It was a great drive, but my car is really small, and we had to fit like 3 people's belongings into it. Other people we were with trying to force their stuff into my car when they had a bigger car.
But I was.
We stopped off at McDonald's, and wasn't that where you want a day? Remember that?
Oh my god, Jed, do
Be
you
my
want a
baby.
day? Do you want a
Literally
day?
got out of the car, just wanted a chicken McNugget meal. I was like, please, I'm hungry, I'm dying. And like this person rolled down the window, was like, do you want today to be my baby?
Okay, I think it was a woman, and she had her son in the car, and I think she was trying to wind him up by asking Lucy if she wanted to date her son.
I was like, no.
And Lucy was like, no. I think the woman was joking, but I think you took it quite seriously. He was like, no, and I was
No,
like,
I know she was joking, but like, what do you say in a situation? I'm put on the spot.
it was so weird.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And then when we like actually got to the festival, we didn't know where to get in. We had adult camping, okay? We didn't know how to get into adult camping. So there was people like stood along the roads, like in the entrances. Well, our plan was to slow down, brake, handbrake up, speak to these people, right? Ask, where's adult?
Oh my god, yeah. So as we couldn't actually, because obviously there was signs pointing in the right direction, but there was nothing for adult camping.
Nothing. Just
So
had to,
as
like,
Lucy
wing it.
slowed down, rolled the window down to ask the person where we're going for
They were
adult
on
camping.
not my side of the car,
And-
so
Yeah, so obviously she shouted through the other side of the window, and she hasn't stopped fully. So as she's rolled the window down, she's still rolling, and she shouted out to the person, "Where's adult?" But then, as she shouted, "Where's adult?" she put her foot down on the accelerator. So the person looked was following the car, looking really confused because she just shouted, "Where's adult?" and didn't even let him respond. She
I
just
zoomed
I don't
off.
know why. There was even a car behind you. You just
No,
went.
I don't know. I don't know why I did that. And then we had to drive past him again because we got lost.
Did we ask him again? Actually ask him this time.
Don't
Did we not? I don't know.
I think we did, but it didn't help.
I just we needed to know
I
where
was
to
like,
go,
where's adult?
but she just sped off. I didn't even give the man a chance to answer. We didn't even had a clue where we was
Imagine
going.
being asked a question, not being able to answer it. Just like, see you later.
It's the fact that he heard you scream, "Where's adult?" and then he just didn't even get a chance to respond.
Oh, honestly.
Poor him.
I was delusional before I even got to the festival.
I mean, we did have to get up quite early, and we was up back in the night before
Yeah.
because obviously we had not a clue how much stuff to take because
Yeah.
we literally had access
I had
just to a tent.
granny not suitcase, like a thing that
It's
your
a
like your
trolley.
nan, your great nan would take to go shopping.
It's a trolley.
It's a trolley.
Yeah, granny trolley.
But it did come in handy, but like it's still in the boot of my car because I have nowhere to put it. So like next festival, come on.
Yeah, no, under my bed I still got my tent,
Is it?
all of the poles, and the bag that I took, and it's absolutely filthy. It's covered in dust.
No.
It's really bad. But my tent was tiny. My
You
tent was tiny.
It wasn't even a 1-man tent. It was like half a man tent.
It was supposed to be a 2-man tent, but
I would not fit in that tent if I even tried.
honestly, I couldn't even stand up to get
My
dressed.
tent was great.
When I was getting dressed each day, I was literally laying down getting dressed.
I don't know how you did that.
I don't know how I did it
I don't know how
either.
you did that.
And I had an airbed in there and also my big suitcase in there, so I had nowhere to put my stuff. While Lucy's over here in her big, 6-man tent,
With 2 people
living
in
it out with 2 people in it, and I'm in this 1-man tent.
Hey, but you did spend most of the time in my tent. All you did in your
Oh,
tent
and
was
also
sleep.
the zip on my door broke,
Yeah.
and wasn't it raining at one point?
Was it? No. It didn't rain.
Did it not?
No.
Okay.
But my tent flooded, but that wasn't because of the
And it was
rain.
actually quite a good experience to be off your phone.
Yeah, 'cause there was no
we had no
service.
service whatsoever. So the only time we used our phones
was
was
to film.
to film. Like we had not really contact with anyone.
No.
I
Like,
had-
it was my birthday. Mum was like, Lucy, happy birthday.
Like,
no service. I was like,
I literally
"Hey."
spoke to my mum maybe once or twice throughout
Yeah.
that 4 days, and I'm used to texting people all the time.
Yeah.
But I think
But
it
you were
helped us
with all
live
the
in-
people you'd usually text.
Yeah,
Well, you
but I was
were,
we was like living more in the moment.
live in the moment.
Live in the moment. It was great. Because I feel like we're so sucked to our phones sometimes that we forget to enjoy it. Like, we actually took everything in because I literally don't remember when we looked at our phones. Really.
No.
We was just more
The thing
focusing
is,
on what was going on around us.
It was my 18th birthday that weekend on the Saturday. And so, like, in the
It wasn't
arena,
it like your first time having your birthday away from your family?
Yeah. It was my biggest birthday away from my family.
It was a great experience. We
so
did like a little countdown thing, like...
just with me, you and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind, how many people was we with?
7?
Yeah. Yeah. Seven of
There's
us.
7 of us in total. And it ended up with just us 3. But we ended up in Club Fromage.
Yeah.
And I think that was honestly great. I would have loved that for my birthday treat.
Oh.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
Club Fromage, I will never forget you.
Take me back to Club Fromage.
Honestly, if they need to make a nightclub for
I think they
this.
do, but it's just like really far away.
We need to go to it.
We
'cause
do need to go
I
back.
will travel miles and miles and miles
Yeah.
to get to that place. I had such a good time.
Honestly. It was literally in like the comedy tent as well, like how random.
And so many people were drugged up that it was unreal.
There was just
like-
this lady, really tall lady. She was like, what, 6 foot?
Like, a lot of them were just standing there staring at us. They were so out of their faces on whatever.
I was
God
like,
knows.
I had like a thing on my arm. So we had henna toes where you could buy like henna. And so that kept us occupied throughout the time we were at the tent.
It did.
And so I had this my 18th on my arm, and people would see it, be like, "Oh my god, happy birthday!" And there was this man, he was like giving me kisses on my cheeks, like, "Happy birthday, love."
Oh my god, there was that the man that we had a dance battle with. Charlotte was
Yeah.
having a dance battle with. It's a grown man. He was
Yeah.
clearly on something.
As everyone
He
else
was, yeah. And here they were having a dance battle in the middle of just in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a tent.
But it was great. I think that was my favourite night. That was the night
yeah.
it went into my birthday, so it was the Friday night. Got there on the Thursday, no one was on the Thursday. Friday night, Lewis Capaldi,
Oh my god.
straight from Lewis
I-
Capaldi, Club Different March. Hits midnight, I'm suddenly 18.
I literally cried at Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah.
He was unreal. I don't know why. I just feel a connection to his music sometimes. Yeah. Like, I don't know. And they're quite sad. All of his songs are really sad. Like, I don't know who he sings about, but that person must have hurt him a lot because like,
Do you remember the Brits when he was really drunk and he was like, everyone thinks this song's about my ex-girlfriend on Love Island, but it's actually about my dead nan. That was quite funny.
they're the Brits.
We
That
weren't
wasn't
there.
at Brits.
No, it was at a Brit Award, but not the
Oh.
one that we were at. Yeah.
I see.
I think it was at the one now. I don't know.
Oh, we was meant to go see him in September as well, wasn't we?
I went to see
But
it.
then I had a family booked. I had a holiday booked with my family, so I couldn't actually go.
No.
That was really sad because.
But I did go still.
I think we buy resale tickets.
Yeah.
I really wish I went to that.
I think the most stressful part of going to concert is deciding who's going to go with you and finding people to go with
And
you.
also finding the time and trying to work it around everything else.
Yeah, it's so stressful.
Like, now that we're working and at college, it's just such...
Especially when...
Like, today, we've had to ask permission to leave so that we can go to a concert tonight.
Yeah, we've got a show, Renee Rapp, tonight.
But
She announced it this day next week at like 5 o'clock in the evening. So it's not even been a week since she announced it, and it's like you've got to find people to go with. People are booked and busy.
And it was during college hours as well that
Yeah.
the tickets were going on sale.
It
So,
was so stressful.
honestly, I was stressed for her. But I was with... Obviously, I don't know Renee Rapp very well, but apparently she's
Oh, she's
quite
my,
big. Like,
my favourite. She's
she's not huge, but she's
she
getting
will
there.
be.
She will be.
It makes me quite sad.
And I was obviously saying to her, like, don't worry, there's not going to be a big queue. You've got to get tickets, like, don't even worry about it. Because it's only, where was it? Lafayette?
It was in Lafayette in Camden, and then she upgraded it to Heaven Gay Club in Charing Cross. Happy about that. Close. Really good venue. And then she upgraded it to O2 Kentish Town, which is in Camden as well.
But a lot of people were complaining because they'd already booked
Yeah.
hotels and stuff to stay there because some people were travelling from God knows where. Where did you say people were coming from? Liverpool.
Liverpool, Bournemouth. Some people get on planes. Yes, people.
We're very lucky to live where we live.
We are.
So we can get to a lot of places really easily,
Yeah.
like through transport. And it doesn't even take that long to get to these places, really. But
No.
people are travelling hours and hours and hours.
Like
to get-
coaches. I just sit on a coach for like 7
We've
hours.
got TfL.
We have.
We love you, Transport for London. Sponsored by TfL. Okay, anyway, back to Latitudes.
So it was Lewis Capaldi and then Club de Fromage straight from there. It was going to be my birthday. As soon as it hit my birthday, I went to the bar to buy my first legal drink. The barman, bless him. I was like, I gave him my ID.
I don't think you really understood what you were saying.
He didn't care. He had
No.
no care in the world. He was just working.
So she gave him her ID and said that it's her birthday today, and he went, "Oh, that's mad, isn't it?"
That's valid.
Oh,
He was like, that's mad, that's valid. I was like, yeah, it is.
He's like, "That's mad, that's valid." And he was like,
I was like, can I have a drink now, please?
Did he even say happy birthday?
He didn't say happy birthday.
Didn't even say happy birthday.
What a big fat Debbie Downer.
He should have given it to you for free.
He should have.
Because it was your 18th birthday. But
Not the Bacardi
they've got to make
Coke.
money somehow.
Bacardi Coke.
Bacardi Coke. Oh my god, the food at Latitude was so expensive.
Oh, it was so good though.
But it was so good. Like
But
the
so it's
street,
worth
it's
it.
literally like I love street food so much. The paella.
I want to go to a food festival.
We should.
We should go to that. I want to go
It was
to
absolutely unreal. We had risotto, paella, pizza. Like
Pie
they
and
literally cook it in
mash.
front of you.
Oh,
Like,
the stone baked pizzas were just amazing.
I've never known anything like it before.
Chinese, chicken, everything.
Like festival food is great.
Mm,
It broke our banks, but
did.
it was. Oh my god! We was eating like 4 meals a day just because of how good it was.
But there was a co-op there, which did like normal food,
Oh
like
my god,
sausage
raving in the
rolls,
co-op.
pork pies.
Oh my god, raving in the co-op.
And so like we had like a sandwich, like a cool bag. We
An
had a
ice
bag.
cooler.
That
Yeah.
to put our food in. So we bought sausage rolls, like snacks to eat when we were at the tent.
Because we were really hungry. Because then, like the walk from our tent to the actual like
Oh, it was like so
all
long.
the tents, it was literally about 15-minute walk, and it was so long,
Someone's
especially in the
ringing me from
heat.
Manchester. I'm not gonna answer it. Hopefully it's not important.
Hopefully not. So yeah, the walk was really far, and especially in the heat, it just done us in. So
It was like
we
half
had
an
to,
hour.
like on the way back from certain shows that we were watching, we
There's
would
a
often just
tractor.
buy snacks and go back to the tent. But then yeah, we discovered the tractor, and that was great. It's
What a
just a tractor
lifesaver.
that goes up and down all of the camping sites like
Uh-huh.
all day and ferries people to and from, which saved our legs.
And people were hanging on to the side because they were that desperate to not walk, which
Yeah,
is
the
understandable.
walk was honestly the biggest killer. But we done quite a lot of steps, and it was quite healthy for us.
Yeah. And it was
But then
hot
in the
and
heat,
sweaty.
we had to have drinks on us at all time.
I got home from the festival and my knees were done. For like a
Like
good
when with like
couple
drinking
weeks.
alcohol, I didn't really want to drink that much just because of how hot it was, and it just made me
Yeah.
dehydrated.
Mm.
So
We bought ice cubes in said co-op, put it in a cool bag with all our food. Got back from Club de Fromage.
and the bag had leaked
My tent
everywhere.
was flooded.
Lucy's tent was flooded.
But we were like, we weren't really drunk, but we were just like, we weren't all there.
We was a bit tipsy.
It was so
but I think
hilarious.
I think we had heat. I think we had heat stroke. There was something going on because we just
Something
found it
went right in
highly
our brain.
hilarious, and we were shouting it. Oh, my pocky pies and my sausage rolls.
I was so upset because I was so hungry. The only thing that I could have was crisps. I don't want crisps.
And we was using Charlotte's clothes
Yeah,
to
she
mop
was
up
asleep.
the water.
She got back to the tent, went to sleep, and her clothes were just there. I was like, we've got nothing else to use to clean.
Just mop it up with her skirt, her white skirt.
Yeah. All
And we had Bacardi and Coke all over the tent.
Yeah,
we
you
were just spilling
spilt it.
everything over the tent. There was literally loads of crisps, crumbled up crisps and sausage rolls.
it was disgusting.
It was disgusting.
But it
But
was
then I had a
so
nice clean
funny.
tent to go sleep in, so I didn't care. But it was all in Lucy's tent.
And I had fairy lights in my tent, and it just made it so pretty. Because it was so dark. So,
Mine was really, really boring, and it was
It
really
was.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was really hot as well, because it was just me in this little
Yeah.
tent, and I woke up and I was like
At night we'd be
sweating.
freezing. I had like tracksuit bottoms on, like hoodie.
I woke up and it was so hot.
I know. I was like, get me out of here. But yeah, that was like, I think that was one of my favorite memories. Just getting back to a flooded tent and then like not caring, but like so many jokes. It was
Yeah,
so
it
funny.
was great.
Like the videos I have, I go back to them weekly to watch them just to have a laugh.
A lot of inside jokes have come from Latitudes.
Yeah, that we still talk about now, and it's literally January. And this was in
Literally.
July.
It was probably one of the funniest moments of my life. Technical difficulties. Testing, and we're back. We was talking about artists.
Yeah. So Foles was on my birthday, was on the Saturday.
I'd never heard of Foles in my lifetime.
They were the main headliners. They were great.
Snow Patrol.
We were kind of like dissociated because we didn't really know what was going on. Proper rock. Like,
yeah, no, not our vibe.
It really, there was no confetti or fireworks. It was like streams of like paper, wasn't it? And it just like tangled me. It was hilarious. I didn't know what's going on. The videos I have, I'm just like standing like, what is happening? And after that, what was after that? I think we tried to go to a disco in the same tent as Club Different March, but it wasn't as good. So we just like left and got food and got cheesy chips. And then went back to the tent.
That was that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then on the Sunday was Snow Patrol, which was great.
My absolute favourite. If I lay here.
They were really amazing. It was raining.
If I just... Oh my God, the rain added so much.
So yeah, it did rain.
Yeah,
it was raining.
The rain added so much to the...
Hey, it's got
the
side.
vibe.
And they brought out Ed Sheeran. Funny story. We had heard rumours about that. I don't know how we heard rumours.
So on Twitter, it said that apparently Ed Sheeran was being helicoptered into Latitude Festival.
And then we were walking to the marina and there was a helicopter above us. We were like, oh my God, it's Ed Sheeran. And it was
Oh my God,
Ed
there's
Sheeran.
literally a video. I think we'll put the video in here.
Okay.
And I think the video is like, oh my God, we spotted Ed Sheeran and he's on his way to Latitude Festival. Guys, we've spotted Ed Sheeran. He's on his way to Latitude.
Ed Sheeran! Oh my... Oh!
And then
It was.
we had no clue if he was actually coming or not. It wasn't confirmed.
Because Ed Sheeran at Latitude, that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Because like, he's a huge artist.
But yeah, halfway through, what song was it they were doing? It wasn't Chasing Cars.
No, he did. Was it Bad Habits? Shivers. It was one of Ed's song.
Oh, it was, yeah. So
And Just Say Yes.
yeah, didn't they stop?
Like that.
Didn't they stop doing a song and then it started playing a Sheeran song and everyone was like, what?
Mm.
And then we just knew from that moment that
Yeah.
we was right.
Yeah.
But obviously we didn't know that. But
We were quite close as well.
we were.
Mm. Getting close at a festival was pretty easy, especially Latitude.
Mm.
Yeah. Mahalia. She was like throughout the day, all, like
Shit.
maybe like evening, like 6ish. In
My
the
God,
BBC?
she was unreal.
It wasn't BBC. It was something. Yeah, it was BBC.
BBC Sounds 10.
Yeah, that 10. She was insane. We were really close to the front. We were so
She
close. She was great. Her energy is great.
absolutely unreal.
There was
like,
Stan there
probably
as
the best
well.
person. Out of all the people I saw, probably the best person I saw at Latitude.
People actually cared. People at the front cared.
Mm-hmm.
JP Sachs was in the same thing.
What on earth was that?
He was good. His songs.
He was good, but I just wanted to leave. Like, I was looking at my watch 24/7. Like, when is this gonna end? I miss Mahalia. I miss watching Mahalia on that stage.
She was great. We never left.
We never left.
I feel like there's someone who we've like forgotten.
Example.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, Example was great.
Yeah, but I've seen him in like enough. He does the
really?
same set at every single festival, especially last year.
Oh.
It was the same, and like he
He
deserves.
was great for me.
He deserves an
10.
evening slot so it to be dark and people would actually care and be like have some alcohol.
They
in
did
them.
care. Did you not see the people on everyone's shoulders?
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about Victorious. I saw him at Victorious the same, and it was like 1 p.m.
No, Example was great at Latitude.
Yeah, he was good. He was better there than Victoria.
Yeah, people would like proper jump him. Going
Yeah,
for
okay, I take it back. He was good there, but I went to Victorious in August and he did the same set, and no one.
Although
cared.
it did get a bit repetitive because it's the same like radio edit every single time.
Yeah.
Like they do the part of the song, but then like the beat drops and like just
Yeah.
wasn't hitting.
No. And like it's in the daylight. Like I wish he'd had like a evening set.
No, I think it's better in the daylight. I think
Yeah.
I think it better suits. Well, he could suit both, really.
I think-
but I
I
think
think
it would have been
every
better at
set's
night.
better at
It would have been
nighttime.
better at night time with like flashing lights, like spotlights going out into the crowd.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
I think every show is better in the nighttime.
It depends.
Like some temple got good when it like the sun was setting.
Mm.
Really. Like stadium shows are good, but like in the summer, like Harry Styles started and it was literally daylight, and I'm like, please. And then like it gets to the end, and that's when it's good because the lights actually show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the environment impacts a lot on
it does.
how you perceive. Yeah.
Because it's not really like... That's why I prefer arena shows to stadium shows. Because like it's dark, you like when the lights go down, you just know like the feeling of when lights go down and like the curtains. That's like the best feeling ever. But at like a stadium show, you don't really care.
Yeah.
You just nothing changes except for people coming on stage.
I think the smaller venues are better.
Yeah.
In terms of the experience you get out of them.
Yeah.
Because although like the big stadium tours are great, it just doesn't feel. It feels like you're watching them on a TV screen. Do you not think? Like you're better off just watching them on the TV. Like, but like when you're like in a more intimate space, it feels a lot better because you feel like you know you're in the same room as them. Whereas if you're in a stadium and you're like all the way at the back and you can like a little speck on the stage, you might as well just stay at home.
And also like each song has its own lighting and own like, you know, like the lights change for each song. In a stadium, that doesn't happen.
I mean, with Coldplay, was that not the case?
Coldplay was August, so like the sun went down like earlier than June. So most of their set was in the dark, so that was great.
Yeah, because they didn't have like the flashing lights with the bands.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
I was really sad I didn't go to that. They were really expensive to get resale tickets, so it's like £200 onwards.
I managed to get
for like seats. I wouldn't pay that.
No. Thing is, with Coldplay, I didn't care to be at the front. I didn't want to queue up. We just got there. Like we literally got there and it started. Like that's the latest I've ever been for a show. We were in Spoons. We're like, oh my god, we've got to go. Rushed there. Wembley Walk literally kills. And yeah, we got there and it started, and we were just at the back having the best time because no one cares at the back. Everyone just dances. And these girls like laying on the floor during.
I feel like Coldplay. Coldplay is on ties with Adele in terms of like.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Music popularity. Like,
yeah.
I feel like everyone loves Coldplay. I feel like everyone loves Adele.
If you got the chance to go to any of their shows, you would go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
It's like an experience. It's not like, oh, I went to see Coldplay. It's like.
I feel like Coldplay is like.
Bucket list.
The old men's sort of people, and Adele was the old ladies.
We were like one of the youngest people there.
Really?
A lot of people were like.
Yeah, they were like their mid-20s.
Yeah, and it was so cute because they were just like loving it. Like obviously the lights were like.
But obviously Adele was more their era. So was Coldplay.
Yeah. Because most of
they're
the
still
songs,
around today, but they were more like big, massive.
Like the songs that they were playing, and we weren't even born for some of them to be released.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
But like they're just so iconic that we care. That tour's going on for ages as well. They're back in Manchester this year.
What, Coldplay?
Yeah.
They're still on tour?
Not right now, but they will be, I think.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's been going on for ages.
So is Harry's tour. Harry's tour's been going on since 2021 in America. Since
God.
I know. Arena shows in America on that September. All of 2022, and then he's back on tour this year.
Crazy.
Is he not tired? Like, that's a lot. That is a lot.
I'd be knackered.
Honestly.
They not get bored of performing the same shows though.
It's your job. I guess not.
I mean, yeah, but they have to have. Surely they enjoy it.
Yeah, you have to enjoy it to do it every single day for.
But then I'd get bored if that was me. I feel like you've got to have it like a.
Well, I mean, you're not an artist, so you don't know. Like.
Yeah.
They make the music.
I feel like you've got to have like a certain.
Isn't it crazy? I always think that like Harry Styles never been to a Harry Styles show before. How sad is that? He'll never get to go to a Harry Styles show. I mean, like he goes to every single one, but like he doesn't go to them. How sad is it that they don't get to experience their show from the audience perspective? Like they're never gonna see it unless you like watch it on TV or like you're on your phone.
Yeah, because I feel. Oh my god.
Am I boring you?
I feel like a lot of artists underestimate themselves.
So
I feel like if they was to see themselves from an audience perspective,
yeah,
they would see what people see in them.
Maybe.
But that can't ever happen, sorry.
No.
Guess I'll never know.
Guess we never left.
I guess we never left. We never left, you never leave. We don't want to ever leave.
So what are you most excited for this year?
So, 2023, I don't really have anything booked, like
Let me have a
concert
little
music
look on my
wise
list. Let me
for
look at
this
my
year?
list.
The first thing I've got coming up is Chris Brown.
Which we're going to
Be
together.
excited for that.
Well, the first thing I'm coming up is actually Renee, right?
Well, actually, Renee tonight.
Tonight.
So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Renee tonight.
So Renee tonight, and then Chris Brown in, when is that?
February 17th.
February 17th.
I'm seeing Jessie
Oh my god,
Reyes.
and literally a few days after my 19th birthday.
Yeah. So, I've got Renee tonight, Chris Brown next month. Oh, no. Jessie Reyes this month as well. Ash in March. Sam Smith in April. Harry Styles in June. And I'm going to Reading to see Billy in August.
Nice.
See, it's like not that good of like a... It's not overwhelming. Like last year was overwhelming lineup. Like
I feel like I need to build up my
Harry.
lists. I need to get a few things booked.
Yeah.
Because mine's not that interesting yet. But in general, let's talk about in general what we're looking
We've got
forward
Disney
to.
next month as well.
Oh, we're going to Disneyland
So
with the
exciting.
college. Because we've looked back on the past year and what we've enjoyed.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
like what we're more hopeful
one of the
for
biggest
this year.
things that isn't a concert or festival to me that happened last year was I went to New York.
Mm.
That was the best thing to ever happen to me in my life.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to be going anywhere this year?
I'm going to Barcelona in April.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to Cornwall in August.
Mm-hmm.
Disney next month.
I'm going to be going. I've never left the country before.
So yeah, you've never left the country.
So yeah, I've literally never left the country before. But this year I'm going to be going to Mallorca, Paris, Cyprus, and possibly Holland as well. So
Wow.
I'll be travelling the world this year.
Not even like I need to get things lined up and you've got...
I mean, it's like last year was like my year for concerts, festivals. I feel like this year is my year to travel.
No.
Because
We should go on road trips this year. And instead
We
of
should.
Latitude for my birthday this year, we need to go on like something.
mm,
Because we're not going to Latitude this year. Was
No,
going
we're
to,
not.
but we changed our minds.
the lineup isn't as great this year. And
And
we're just not feeling it this year. I feel like we should go maybe experience something different.
yeah, explore the country.
Yeah. Maybe last year was our year. Our past was music and festivals. Our future is exploring the country.
Yeah, but I'm never going to leave concerts and festivals. in my
Obviously
past.
not. It's not ever just going to leave. Because we never left.
We never
remember?
And we
But
won't ever leave.
We won't ever leave. That will always be with us. But I think maybe, I don't know.
We've got to do some research.
We could teach, like, what about going to, like, a concert or festival abroad?
I'd love that.
Because then that would be, like, still, but then we're also exploring the country and seeing how different music
Yeah.
is in different places.
different crowds. I'd love to see what crowds are like different places.
Mm-hmm.
American crowds, I know just by internet is rubbish compared to UK crowds.
Yeah. Well, we've had a lot going on this year. It's
We
been a
have.
fun-packed year. Wouldn't change it for a thing.
No.
The moments will stick with me forever. 2022 was our year
Best year ever.
so far. We'll see how 2023 goes. But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening.
Cheers. Thank you very much. We are never left. And we've been talking about the moments that we have never left.
I'm Lucy. Did we even say our names at the start? I don't
No,
think-
we didn't.
We didn't say our names. Hi, I'm Lucy, guys. What's your name?
And I'm Alfie.
Yeah.
The dynamic duo. We never left.
Live in the moment.
Catch us on the next.